Hey there, hi there, Scorpios. It's me, Priscilla B, and welcome to your reading. so, up first, I have for you there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. There you have it, Scorpios. I feel like that's the theme for this month is just being like your authentic self, and like, even if that might seem a little bit like emotional. I know, right? Like, no one likes that word, emotional, or sensitive, right? But I feel like those are like the best qualities of what makes a person. And I feel like Scorpio, that's where a lot of your best qualities come from, is that emotional, sensitive side to yourself. So trusting your feelings, okay? There's another word, feelings, that gets downplayed a lot, but it's important. Abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. Amplifying abundance, yes, yes, Queen Scorpio. There you have it. There's your abundance for you. Okay, um, okay, and we have here, you are not alone. I just thought it'd be fun to start with some basic affirmations here. Um, so I have some palmistry for you. Okay, so we have here the Five of Clubs, and this is palmistry of a romantic. The love line is short and curved, and it is far from the wisdom line. The love line is short, curved, and far from the wisdom line. People with this kind of palmistry are not very realistic in dealing with people and things and are complete romantics. That might have some negative connotations for you, Scorpio, but I feel like we tend to work with what we've got. And some of these palmistry cards actually come out like super negative, but I find like they can be really helpful in navigating like what sort of energy we're dealing with. So if you don't register with this romanticness, that's fine, but that's definitely an energy that's in the air right now. Palmistry, we have Jack of Diamonds, a person who is independent and confident. The love line extends straight to the bottom of the index finger. The love line extends straight to the bottom of the index finger. People with this kind of palm are enthusiastic and thoughtful, have strong comprehension of capable leadership, and are filled with confidence and passion. Wow. Yeah, see? You are not alone there. Okay? And palmistry of people in subhealth, Queen of Diamonds, many obstacles, confused with wealth line. There are many downward branches of the love line. There are many branches above the love line, which indicate that you are usually busy and easily tired. There are many obstacles, and your wealth line is chaotic. You may worry about physical and mental health issues due to excessive tension. Okay? So I feel like this is like the energy that's like in the air, but I don't feel like it's exactly your energy, Scorpio. I just feel like it's an energy that you're like kind of dealing with. Eight of Wands, yeah, some chaos here, some conflict, defending what's yours, feeling like a lot of attack coming from a lot of different directions. The door is open. I feel like this is like your exit. You're like, like I can't deal with any more of this energy right now. Like I need a door to, not escapism, because I don't really like that term unless it's like used to describe like a person who's like not willing to like be emotionally available. But I feel like you are emotionally available for those that deserve it, and for yourself. There's that like self-love there. So this door is definitely opening for you to walk through, so you don't have to deal with some of the like shady characters I feel like that have been around you lately. Pure intention can open doors in the universe and make the impossible possible. Believe deeply in goodness and watch the magic happen. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Um,
Some more chocolate.
yeah, chocolate. Nine of Swords. Yeah, you definitely were heartbroken here. You definitely have a female energy that, you are definitely feeling heartbroken. And I also think, like, your younger self wants you to, like, remember this. Like, wants you to be aware of how this felt. Okay? Um, but, yeah, Nine of Swords. And then we have the Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time. Great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. I love the dragonfly energy. Dragonflies are beautiful creatures. Um, And we have the Hanged Man. Okay, yeah, this explains why there's some. You were in a portal with someone, I feel like. You definitely were like in your element, or they were in your element for quite some time. But then this Nine of Swords happened. And then you were like not focusing on the sunset, not focusing on your spirit guides. Like, not because you don't do that and you don't have like the ability to do that, because I feel like you had every right to feel like you were in this zone with someone. But then I also feel like endless cycles were happening and you had to break free from those cycles. 2323, endless cycles, angel number. Charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances and patterns. Yeah. Charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances and patterns. There is some truth you are resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. Okay? And that's the thing, is like you were in a passionate place with this person, but now it's like you're taking this doorway, this door is open and you're like walking through it. Alright, so yeah, so like this, that make the change and the world around you follows. So you're definitely making a lot of changes here, Scorpio. So, and I think it's all for the best. I think it's, the intention behind it is good. I think you're moving in the right direction with this. And it's not coming from like outside pressure. It's really coming from like a place where you've like done your homework, so to speak, and you're like now like trying to like figure out what's next, you know, like now that you've learned this self-love and this self-mastery, what's next. Now I want to explore this like hangman energy some more, like what happened here, because you definitely were like in your element with this person and then some things like shifted and changed. So Page of Wands, yeah. So what this Nine of Swords and Hangman tell me is that this person, while yes you were in your element with them, there was constant like lack of clarity, like constant boundary breaking. Like Nine of Swords is definitely coming from a place of like not feeling supported, and that's your clarity. And that sucks to feel that way. It sucks to feel like your feelings don't matter. But they do matter. It's just you have to look like beyond, you know. That's why you have the window open here with the sun. So you have to look beyond, you have to go out, you have to open that door and walk through it, and you have done that. Page of Wands, this shows me that you're now trusting yourself again, you're now supporting yourself again, you're now loving yourself again. So you've already come through that period of like heartbreak and breakup energy. Mountain, know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna remain cautious. You know, you're gonna be like, you know, I'm getting a lot of like, you know, like I have like mixed feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of sort of vibe, but like, you know, part of you like is so used to the cycles, is so used to all that, that you like find it really hard to just like separate yourself from it. But you're still gonna separate yourself from it, and know that you are protected, but you're just gonna like be cautious about who you choose to let into your like inner circle and in your world, you know, because you do have a like, and I'm not gonna, I want to say trust issues, but like that's like kind of offensive, but like there are some trust things happening because this breakup is so, that's like the hangman is like the crossroads. So you're kind of like, okay, I know I want to go on a journey. I know I want to move forward with strength and support and love in my life, but which direction? And the wands are like message cards. So what's the message here? King of Cups. Okay, you're headed toward a King of Cups energy. You're headed toward a divine masculine energy that supports your feelings for once. It supports your emotions. And I say for once because I'm like, it's been so long since you've even felt this. You know, someone who wants to hear you, who trusts your feelings, who like understands you a little deeper, a little more deeper feelings and emotions here than just like the hangman is, it's constantly crossroads. It's constantly like, which direction are we going in today? Like, you don't mind being in a position where sometimes like there's a choice, but does it always have to be you making that choice, or can sometimes it be the King of Cups? Can the King of Cups take the lead? And the King of Cups can definitely take the lead. Okay. Yeah, we have facade, putting on a front, people pleaser, hidden motives, weird behavior. Okay, this is definitely this is definitely a person here who's like, like I like a good masquerade party. I like Bridgerton. I like the whole masquerade theme. I like the characters, being in costume. I love that stuff. But in a real sense of the word of like facade, like someone here is not portraying who they really are underneath. Okay? And we have here, yeah, the castle. It's time for healing, not war. Yeah, this person could be a female that wants to go to war with you. Risk, partner to partner, unsafe decisions, not thinking. With the roll of the dice here, gambling here. So that's fun. The current state is safe. Okay, so you're like coming out of the darkness. Once you open that door, you're walking up the stairs toward the moon, towards your intuition. Okay? Yeah, Nine of Swords. Again, Nine of Swords. Yeah, this is like the universe's way of saying, it's like, don't go back to this person who's wearing a mask. Don't go back to the facade. Don't go back to the hidden motives of others. Okay? And I think it's like, I think what's happening here is like, you are starting to see, without you even having to like be in front of these people, like physically, or be around these people or whatever, you're starting to see the truth. You're starting to see the level of authenticity. Okay? Yeah, we have pure intention, find clarity, surrender your ego. Find clarity and surrender your ego. There's your unicorn magic. Okay? So don't like let your ego make decisions for you. Okay? Like, I think in the moment you might want to, like in the heat of the moment, you might think that or want that, but then when you process it a little bit more, you're like, okay, I don't actually want to deal with that person. Like, I don't actually want my ego on display for that. And then we have the Four of Earth. Okay, so again, I feel like this is a strong, earth element. Okay, if this is, that's the thing is, the water and the earth together, I think, make it like a great combination of what kind of element you're looking to be around, or elements you're looking to be around. Emotionally sensitive, King of Cups, emotionally intelligent, grounded, strong, protector, provider. These are the two elements that I think, when combined, are like really what are helping move you forward in the right direction, Scorpio. Okay. Now I'm going to draw some crystal vision cards for you. Yeah. Page of Swords, Page of Wands. Yep, exactly. You're really standing up for yourself here, like you're putting your mind at ease with clarity and with persistence. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. And this is when your fortunes come in. This is when the wheel of time starts spinning in the right direction. And there's your fortune. There's your abundance. Because you are moving forward in the right direction. Okay? You're no longer taking like this like half-assed, like, not really one foot in the door, one foot out of the door type of like relationships anymore, type of energies anymore. Okay? And then we have the Seven of Cups. Look at that. Riding on your dragon. The rainbow. Yup. There you go. You're in this magical place right now in your life, Scorpio. You're flying free here. Okay? So, you know, getting caught up in the illusion that, you know, there's some kind of ill intent. That ill intent is coming from, uh, some very negative people. But I think you can like trust your own intuition, your own discernment here to know like what it's like about here, like what's really going on here. King of Cups. There's the King of Cups again. Synchronicity. Okay? Like once again, you're trusting your feelings. You're letting that guide you. You're not letting, because we got the unknown card here and we have the star here. It's like you don't need to know everything, right? Like you can trust yourself here. You can see where you need to go versus where you don't need to go. And that's that star energy behind you. It's like trust in yourself. Trust in your light. Okay? Your light is going to definitely like piss off some real, twisted souls there, but like which ones are the twisted ones and which ones are the ones that are like trying to be supportive, trying to hold things together, trying to create that stability, trying to create that success, listening to the emotional stuff, trusting the feelings, knowing all of that is what's going to help create this beautiful world for yourself, Scorpio. Okay? With butterflies flying all around you. Like, you are in that element now. Now it's your element. Now it's your chance to shine through. Now it's your chance to choose who you let in your world versus who you say, okay, that's too risky, or that person's putting on a facade. Like, So, yeah, it's just like a beautiful world now. It's a beautiful mindset that you're in. And the abundance coming in for you is like very strong as well. Okay? Yeah, Page of Cups. The emotional abundance. That's what you need right now, is like in the Five of Cups. Yeah, because, you were feeling pretty down before. You were feeling like, why do I have to endure this betrayal? Why do I have to endure this heartache? Six of Pentacles, because it taught you your value. It taught you your worth. It taught you what you deserve versus what you don't deserve. That's not what that lesson is about. That's what heartache is about, and heartbreak. It's about teaching us what we know we deserve versus what we know we don't deserve. And you deserve all the pentacles, all the abundance, the fruits of your labor, to feel secure, to feel happy again. To feel like light on your feet and be feeling free again. Two of Wands. Yeah, there's someone who definitely wants to go on a journey with you. They have passion for you. They're supporting you. Okay? And look, Queen of Wands. You are a very strong force to be reckoned with, Scorpio. Okay? And I don't say that lightly. Okay? But there's this sensitive side to you that, yes, you can be the roaring lioness, protector. Like, yes, you can have that. But you also have a sensitive, more like, okay, this is like a lot, and I'm just trying to process it, and that's okay. Like, take it, it's normal to want to process things. It's normal to want to, like, yeah, Nine of Swords. It came out 3 times. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Scorpio. Like, there was a lot of pain here. There was a lot of heartache here. It had something to do with, like, a masculine that you were with, that you were trying to work with. And the abundance, this was only like a 3. They were only a 3. They weren't a 9. Without them, you're a 9. You're a 9. Okay? You get more abundance without them than you do with them. Whoever this ex is, definitely is an ex. Like, it's definitely someone you've already, let go. Okay? When I say let go, they could have technically, broken up with you, said the words. Look how sad and miserable they look. Like, they're still got to work. They still got to, make their pentacles, but it's not going to be as much as you. It's not going to be as much as you, because they can't be you. They can never be you. You know? Ace of Cups, there it is. There's your emotional happiness. There's your emotional stability. There it is, all coming together. You know, the universe wants you to feel safe and secure. It wants you to have everything it knows you deserve. And Three of Wands, your light is leading the way on your journey here. Okay? You're not alone on this journey. You have other people on this journey with you. Yeah. Oh my God, beautiful. Yep. In the end, you win, Scorpio. Yep. And you just have to have the patience. Look at this. Four of Cups. Okay? That's like, oh my God, am I ever going to find my person? Is anyone ever going to love me? You know, like, yes. Look, the lovers, the soulmates. Your person is out there. They love you, okay? And look at this. Six of Cups. A mother and her child. Sharing her light with her child. Like, it's a very spiritual thing. It's a very beautiful process. Obviously, it's a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings here, because you've been through some, got the Nine of Swords 3 times. So, you've been done wrong a lot. You really, have there. And it's sad. It's unfortunate. But what have you gained from this? You've gained love and respect for yourself, your inner child. You're able to love and nourish yourself. That's what the star is about. Nourishing ourselves, loving ourselves. And through that, we end up inspiring and enlightening others. And that's what you do every single day. And look, we got the Knight of Pentacles. So we know that there's someone here who wants to give, abundance to you, who wants you to feel supported and loved. Not someone who's like risking it all away and, putting on a facade and all that, a player. No, we don't need any players here. And look, Temperance, there's that rainbow energy. You're going to keep creating those beautiful rainbows. Your guardian angels are going to keep protecting you, and your butterflies, your spirit guides, it all is going to keep happening, So you don't have to worry that you're not loved or you're not supported, Scorpio, because you definitely absolutely are. It's just when we go through a lot of pain and seeing the Nine of Swords come out 3 times, obviously it's a lot of pain, but it's given you clarity, Scorpio. It's given you the answers you're seeking. And you don't always need to know everything to know everything. Sometimes you can just say, you know what? I'm going to search for the answers. I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to find what's going on here, really. Like, I'm going to really dig deep here and learn more here. And your reward. Whenever I see, like, the Ace of Cups or any Cups cards, I always think of, like, a trophy. Like, like you've done it. Like, you've won the award, Because, so, yeah. And there's a dragonfly on the Ace of Cups card. And dragonflies they have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. And the number 8. Okay? So that's infinity. So we had the cycles card, and there were cycles that were risky. There were cycles of facade. There were cycles of Nine of Swords. But once you break those cycles, it's time for great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. And that's the new cycle. That's the brand new cycle that's coming in. So, yeah, and dragonflies. I love dragonflies. Let's see. Spiritual meaning for the dragonfly. Let's see. They symbolize the transformation, adaptability, joy, and spiritual growth, serving as messengers of change and self-realization. Okay? So, this is personal transformation and growth, adaptability and agility, connection to illusion and perception. Exactly. And you are piercing through the illusions. That's what you have here with the dragonfly. You're like, I see the illusions. I'm not blind. And I got my rainbows and my dragons. Joy, self-realization, spiritual growth. Okay. And cultural significance. Chinese culture, prosperity and good luck. Japanese culture, courage, strength, and happiness. Native American culture, renewal, change, and connection to water. And European folklore, sometimes messengers of fairies or spiritual guides. And that means hope, creativity, and clarity. And that's what's happening for you, Scorpio. So love and light always. Know that you are loved and supported, and your light keeps on shining. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.